a generous amount. This is a 30-gram tube. This is 454 grams. So I know even if I squeezed in the whole tube, it would be less than 10% of the quantity would be the Retinoid. I have some little hacks that are my at-home hacks, which I thought like people might be interested in. This is my popsicle stick. Okay. My name is Dr. Melissa Chiang, and I'm a board-certified dermatologist. I love preaching the benefits of retinoids, and part of it is that there are literally hundreds of studies to show the benefits of retinoids on the skin. One of the issues, though, is that sometimes people don't tolerate retinoids very well because it can cause some irritation. Now, generally speaking, with a graduated regimen where you're like slowly increasing the dose, most people can tolerate retinoids on the face. Now, on the body, the skin is a little less tolerant, and so I want to show you how I get retinoids on my body skin without adding a lot of extra steps. And what I do is I take a jar of cream. It doesn't have to be Vanicream. It could be Cetaphil, Aveeno, whatever, and I just open it up. If it's really full, you have to take some of it out or use some of it before you add the retinoid. And then this is prescription tretinoin. This happens to be 0.1% cream. And I could be very precise about this, but I'm actually not. I just squeeze in a generous amount. This is a 30-gram tube. This is 454 grams. So I know even if I squeezed in the whole tube, it would be less than 10% of the quantity would be the Retinoid. And then what I do is just take a popsicle stick and mix it in. You have to do a fair amount of mixing because you want to be pretty sure it's homogeneous. I've actually tried getting this from a compounding pharmacy before where they mix it up for me, and it costed several $100s, but this little hack here, this whole thing probably costs about $40 or $50, depending on how much the Retinoid costs. Then I use this every day after I take a shower and get it all over, including my neck. You want to see the inside of it? Now, this hasn't happened yet, but if this concentration was too strong, and let's say my skin got a little irritated, then I can always just dilute it some more with cream. But the idea is just to give the skin a little stimulation every day. I use this instead of a moisturizing cream. Like whereas I would have used Vanicream alone before, now I just use Vanicream with that very diluted Retinoid. This Retinoid is a prescription Retinoid, so it is 0.1%. Tretinoin is what I'm using here, but if you had an over-the-counter one, I think it might be a little too dilute if you used that little amount in this big jar, but you could try like experimenting a little bit. I started using with much less Retinoid to begin with, and then over time I've become much more generous with it. I used to have like a lot of like little flakes on my skin, but now I don't, because it's all pretty much exfoliated off. And I also think it's just good prevention because I know that Retinoid will build collagen over time, and we're losing collagen, unfortunately. The thing about skincare is that a lot of times there are ingredients that will be shown to be helpful to skin in a petri dish. But the thing about your skin is that the whole point of it is your skin keeps outside things out and inside things in. So your skin doesn't like to let skincare ingredients in, especially if they're big skincare ingredients. And so one of the things that can be very helpful to help good active ingredients penetrate is actually to do a little bit of micro rolling. And studies have shown that it's better actually if you apply the active ingredient first and then do your micro rolling and then apply it again afterwards, because the action of the needles will push the product into the skin. Now you do have to be a little careful because there are some ingredients in skincare products that can be irritating to the skin, and so if you push those into the skin, then your immune system might actually respond and create some inflammation. So be careful with what kind of products you're pushing into the skin. But one product that I love, it's called Plated, and it actually can be rolled into the skin. And so what I do, I'm gonna try to show you this without, I used it all up. But that said, what I would do is I would just pat some on my eyes. I actually won't roll like in front of you either because I don't wanna like punch up my eye. I usually do this in front of the mirror. But then I just like very gently roll that eyelid skin, and then I put the Plated on again. And after I'm done, there's no redness or irritation on my skin. So I'll probably do 1, 2, 3, then I'll go in a different direction, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 light passes. And my micro roller has really short needles because around the eyes, the skin is very, very thin. So you do not need long needles, and probably preferable that you don't use long needles. So very short needles. I hope you've enjoyed what I've shared with you. If you liked this video, please subscribe, share it, and like it. And I look forward to seeing you again soon.